Hello everybody, Shadow SP here, and we are playing more Granblue Fantasy. Today, we're going after a new raid. Now, while we might expect initially that we're going to go after the stragglers in the standard raid tab, of which there are only a few, we're not really going to do that today. I'm putting that off for a little while. Now, instead, I'm going to be trying to challenge the Rose Queen raid. It's a timely time to do it because the cost is reduced to 0 during the event that's going on right now, so that's useful for us. And I know it feels like it's against the rules to take advantage of time-limited things on this account, but if I'm not hosting raids, I'm not getting anywhere, and it's a free hosting campaign. It literally changes how the game works. I can't get rid of it. Anyway, this is a wind advantage raid, for the most part. I'm going to be bringing fire. You can see the grid that I'm going to be bringing on the right-hand side. I've used a different tool, as opposed to taking screenshots of in-game to lay out my grid here. I forgot to put plus marks on Sandalphon. It's 27. It's plus 27. Plus marks are pretty hard to come by on an account like this. Yeah, so we're bringing a standard kind of survivability setup for our summons, and the pretty standard damage setup for our grid. The reason that I am bringing the Golden Bell is just because I have it skill leveled up. If I had the other Xeno skill leveled, the Xeno Katana, that would be better, but I don't. And I'm kind of short on skill mats, so I'm just going to hold off on that for now. The team we're going to be bringing is Relic Buster, plus this kind of standard fire lineup that we've seen all over the place, which is Yule, Noish, and Cullen on the front line. The Love Live on the back line as the first one, and Sarah kind of coming up in the rear as our rear guard. We're bringing Miserable Mist and Tactical Shield for the usual suspects. And our last sub-skill is going to be Revive, because we don't need to bring Gravity or Blind or anything on our main character, because Colin does that, and we don't need to bring any additional defense down, because Noish does that. There is technically a buff that can be dispelled later in the fight, but there's only one buff in the fight, and it only lasts for a very short amount of time. Yeah, we're going to be going ahead and bringing Revive to be extra safe. Alright, well, let's give this a shot. It's been a while since I've done this raid, especially in a context of a weaker count, so we'll see how it goes. It does have HP. That's similar to the Archangel series. So it shouldn't be completely out of the realm of possibility for us to do this one. Okay, missing the attack down never feels good. Alright, missing the gravity doesn't feel good either, but what can I do about that? It's kind of nice to get the Sword of Michael to its SSR form, because now we can actually run it as a main hand and not feel bad about it. Frees up an extra grid slot for more damage. What is it? The other sword we were using in that slot is not a very good weapon. Alright, we're just going to attack here. And Sword of Michael does give us a usable damage buff and fire attack up. Okay, not so bad. Let's get Miserable Mist back on, see if we can hit. Nope, we missed the attack up. That can attack down again. Come on. We will see occasionally that we get random criticals, even if we have a character that doesn't have critical nodes. It's because Ancient EXII has critical skill on it. Don't worry too much about it, it's not that relevant. But it is helpful overall to have the ability to do it. Okay, so now we can go ahead and get our attack shield back up and push the call-in buttons and get the dual burst going. Let's go ahead and use Pyro Carbuncle. Get it onto cooldown. Yeah, no big deal. The damage output there is not anything special. Probably use Yule's third skill just to get it rolling on cooldown. At this stage, I might want to wait. Let me double check. 4 turns. Yeah, we want to wait now. We will go ahead and summon Sandalbond though for the heals. Yeah, we're only healing one character, but it's better to heal one character than to, you know, leave them taking damage. That said, we might deal more damage with having some damage, or having our HP a little bit lower, because the Ancient EXII does have an energy skill. I'll talk more about, you know, Ancient EXII in a later video, but for now we're just kind of using it as a value grid piece. Finally, we land the attack down. Yeah, I like Yule as a member here. He really does provide a little bit of extra for the attack. Well, she doesn't. Sometimes doesn't take hits because she has this permanent stackable dodge up. Let's go ahead and use Ritter Shield. Our damage output is relatively low, but we're making progress. It doesn't feel too bad right now. Okay, so you see we got hit with Charm. That's actually why we held up on this. So we could remove that debuff. Gotta push a lot of buttons here. It's nice to get her into break with no diamonds filled though. I always complain about diamonds being killed in break. I think we wait a turn or two to try to get Noise a little bit more. Charge Barb. Yeah, I think we delay another turn to try to get a Chain Burst. Yeah, that'll be good. You will see that we don't have. There's not a lot of action that looks like it's happening in the first half of the fight. All the triggers are very backloaded. Okay, we don't have anything specific to do here. Okay, out of break, that's totally fine. Okay, 2 more turns, we get another tactical shield. That's pretty good. We delayed that 1 turn so we can get the chain burst. But Sandalphon. We're gonna delay the UL burst by 1 more turn because if we use it now, we kind of want her to use those guaranteed triples on actual attacking instead of charging. So we're gonna delay by another turn after that. For the same reason. Main character heals. Flip on the tactical shield. Yeah, everything looks fine. Nice triple attacks. We appreciate those. Okay, let's go ahead and set up Yule first. Go ahead and apply the defense down. And then we're just gonna attack. We don't have much of a reason to do anything except normal attack here. Get this debuff reapplied. Okay, shields are relatively down. Let's go ahead and use Novio. Yeah, we're making pretty good progress so far. I don't really think there's any way for me to slow down. So let's just keep attacking. Okay, here's Ritter Shield. Very good timing. Yeah, the charm is fine. We can remove that fuel healing skill. Let's set up Fuel Burst. Okay. So we've gotten into the raid's major gimmick, which is it has, like Twin Elements, it has an off-element phase. Unlike Twin Elements, however, it's not doing something really irritating like turning into fire. No, instead it's just going to turn dark and have some, you know, slightly more subdued mechanics. So luckily, we're able to do real damage, as opposed to when we were up against, and we're able to hit debuffs, which is important. Also, Rose Queen does not attack normally while in this phase, and because we entered with 0 charge diamonds filled, we have a longer diamond bar than we would normally have in this phase. So it was pretty ideal for that. But yeah, it's immune to gravity while in this phase also, so if you don't have gravity when you're coming in, you're not going to have it for any of the turns here. Okay, let's summon C2. Let's just get this charge attack and stuff over with. It's worth noting that the boss still uses wind attacks while we're in this phase. And unlike Twin Elements, it doesn't last for 40% of its HP bar, it only lasts for 50%. So once we get it to 40%, it'll go back to me. Which is going to be much easier for us to deal with. Yeah, we're definitely seeing the damage not being there. I think I'm going to go ahead and use Engage Augments now, so I can get more turns with the guaranteed triples. With the Yule Echoes. Because we're going into break, and again, this boss does not normal attack. So any time that we spend in break is time that the boss is doing nothing. Okay, this should be fine. And yeah, we're not putting out the most damage in the world right now, but the boss isn't either, so it's not that big of a deal. And this phase does give you a lot of time to get your cooldowns back, especially when we're in break like this. And I'm gonna keep pushing the gravity skill just because it is so now get our debuffs on. Yep, we're definitely not running into any issues like we were on Twin Elements with debuff accuracy. Okay, we can go ahead and do this. Alright. Just miss everything. Alright, you know, fair enough. That does happen from time to time. Okay, let's summon Nobio. And just do a full burst turn here. We will notice that when you summon Nobio, you will also get some additional buffs. They're not very big, but they help a little. Okay, so that's annoying. It's damage repel. There's not much we can do about it. We kind of just have to attack into it. That is the one buff that the enemy gives itself at any point in this fight. It ends up giving it a 90% damage cut. You just kind of have to get rid of it naturally. Because Because repels always have a limited number of hits that they're good for. Alright. So that would normally have inflicted sleep, in case anyone is trying to keep track of the bad things that this boss tries to do to you. And with that, we've actually seen everything the boss can do in the dark phase. It applies the repel. It can do ethereal aroma. Those are both of its normal mode moves, and in overdrive it does crystal rose, a bunch of wind hits. Oh, hold on, don't want to use the heal. I want to keep that. There's no real reason to use heals unless there's either damage to heal or in case you want to clear debuffs in case you have a debuff. Yeah, we now really want to get out of this phase, just for what it's worth, because this phase is going to cause us nothing but problems if we are remaining in it. I'm going to hold off on using Colin's second skill and her first skill until we get out of this phase now. I will summon Nobio here. Alright, we got it. We're out of dark phase. Yeah, we don't want to delay too long in dark phase when the boss isn't in overdrive, because it'll just keep putting repel on itself, and that's really annoying. So that's the boss's only off elemental damage. Okay, so now we can go ahead and try to put this debuff back on. It's no longer immune to gravity, at least for the point in the fight we're at right now. That doesn't mean that it'll hit. You know, you can always miss. Okay, we'll go ahead and get our Yule Burst rolling. Every 6 turns, it's pretty good to get that extra bit of damage. Yeah. Okay, let's get back to the shield. And use Ritter Shield to kind of maintain everything. And Sandalphon for the heals. Because Collins took a little bit of damage. And full dodge is really nice. We do appreciate those. That's not going to be enough for Noish to do his charge attack this turn. I don't know why I thought it would be. Okay, so our trigger is at what, 25%? Yeah. It's gonna be Spiral Rose, which is a single target attack. So we should be fine to just take that, but we might substitute it if Noish feel like it. Actually, we may as well substitute with Noishi now. Just because it's mildly convenient. He's got 4,500 shields, gives him a defense up. And he gets the counter. So, you know, it's not worthless to do it. Alright, the gravity landed that time. That's pretty cool. I think we delay using fuel stuff. Yeah, we want to make sure she uses her charge attack first. She gets a ton of meter from using her fourth skill. Okay, simple enough. Get our tactical shields back on. Go ahead and summon Nobio again. So we can have the two in the back do a two-chain. And with the 4,500 point shield and the armor buff, we should be fine to just eat the triggered spiral rose on any enemy or on any of our allies. Yeah, that's totally fine. It's worth noting that that does try to inflict a debuff. We just have the tactical shield immunity on. If that debuff landed, it's like a giant, it's a big defense down that spreads if you use skills. So we probably would have removed it. Okay, let's summon Sandalphon, get the healing going. I gotta say, it's kind of nice to, you know, run fire and not have my characters die instantaneously. We had problems with that in the past. Alright. So now we're gonna go ahead and summon Peridot Carbuncle. And we're in normal, so well, yeah, I was gonna say we're likely to hit Nemesis, which means Peridot Carbuncle doesn't actually do anything, but that's okay. Let's go ahead and use heal, get rid of that poison, keep Noise as healthy as possible. Yeah, we're looking okay. As long as we don't get to the 10% trigger in the next couple of turns, we're pretty fine. Delay a little bit. I think the Nightmare scenario is kind of hitting the 10% trigger right after we hit the 3 diamonds attack. But if it's gonna happen, it's gonna happen, you know. Okay. Okay, and then we can get our tactical shield back up. Give the main character a lot more damage going into the next part. Take advantage of those echoes for another couple turns. Okay. I'm gonna summon C2 for charge attack. I don't think we're gonna hit 10%. Gonna be close though. That critical is pretty big. Yeah, it was because we crit on Narcissus' charge attack that we actually got the trigger there. Okay, so Domination Field mostly exists to inflict a debuff. That debuff is basically Azure Spike, the one that causes you to heal the boss, which is pretty annoying. Okay, let's summon Nobio, get some heals in. The 3% trigger is also Domination Field. And Overdrive Charge Attack can also be Domination Field, so we're looking for a lot of domination here at the end. Let's go ahead and use a Ritter Shield. And yeah, I'm putting a little delay on using Yule's burst skills. I want to make sure that everybody gets their full use out of them, because I think I'm going to summon Shiva. Ow! That hurt really bad. Okay, so what we're going to want to do is heal and just do a normal attack. Because we don't want to get hit 3% trigger. And then we turn on augments, which means we get another buff. We're both jammed and strength buff. Put on all Yule stuff. Put on Colin's fire attack up. Use Miserable Mist. Shiva. And we're gonna try to finish it off without the 3% trigger going off. I don't know how much damage we're gonna deal here, but it looks like we're just right there. Alright, that is a raid clear. We're going to talk about some of this stuff in a minute, but we also get... Hey, it's our first solo clear trophy. Hold on. Wait, what? This usually drops a share chest. Where did that go? No, I'm not seeing that anywhere here. Okay. Well, anyway. So, Rose Queen. It's a raid that gives us a lot of stuff that's actually kind of useful. So first of all, you can actually exchange rose crystals for distinctions without needing to spend pendants on them. So if you're looking to save pendants, run Rose Queen. And you can trade 3 of the petals for a rose crystal, which is actually better rates than most exchanges like that. And that's not the end of uses for rose crystals. See, there's a series of 8 weapons, well, rose weapons. Now these are not popular in modern use, but they do come with some pretty useful skills. Like if you look at the rose crystal wand, you can see it's a fire weapon that has a skill that lessens the wind damage your allies take. So what this means is that, you know, when you have this weapon equipped, you'll take a percentage less damage based on the skill level that this weapon is. Now, these weapons are very old at this point, and they only go up to level 100, only skill level 10. So they're not perfect, but they are a way to improve your survivability. So this is a series that I'm probably going to try to pick up over time. Not only that, but some of them have... some of these are weapon types that are kind of hard to come by. Like the bow, fire bow. We don't really have fire bows very often. These are also, I should say it, the skill modifier on that first skill is EX. So they kind of go in the EX grid building slot. And we can talk more about that stuff later once we actually talk about intermediate grid building. Okay, yeah. We got the clear though, so that's pretty cool. Did skip out on the share chest, which I'm kind of confused about. Because usually, when you clear that raid, when you host it, you get a share chest. Maybe you have to be in a crew to get a share chest. That's possible. We don't have a crew, so we wouldn't be able to get a share chest if that's the case. Which is a shame, because I would want to talk about it. But the share chest basically only comes with a certain small list of items. It can drop class champion weapons, the replica stage, the SR stage, in case you didn't want to spend pendants on those. Drops skill jewels, rose crystal petals, weapon plus marks, and class distinctions. And basically, you just vote on it. You and crew members would get whatever you voted on. The standard manners are just to give whatever the host wants to them. Most people just don't vote on share chests. Alright, well, that covers it though. Good clear, good clear. And that's a raid that I'm probably going to be farming a decent amount for moving forward. Just to get rose crystals so I can get rose crystal weapons and get some more distinctions so we can unlock the rest of the classes that we haven't unlocked yet. Well, cool stuff. Well, no more further ado then. Oh, also, one more thing. Rose Queen can drop silver centrums, so if you're looking for silver centrums and want some of this other stuff, again, Rose Queen. Alright, with that out of the way then, no more. This has been Shadow SP, signing off.